1?
Lights. Cameras. Actions.
Okay, awesome. So we have solving linear systems by elimination. We have learned 2 of the 3 methods. Remember, I've told you guys that there are 3 ways, at least in Algebra 1, that you are going to be learning how to solve systems of equations. And linear systems is the same as systems of equations, just a different way of saying it. What does linear mean, by the way? Does anybody know?
Line? No.
It means line, but in particular, what kind of a line?
Straight line.
A straight line. A straight line. And so with systems of equations, the idea is you graph 2 straight lines, right? Yes? And you find where they cross. What if they're both parallel?
Then they parallel.
There's no answer, right? Because they never cross. The answer to solving a systems of equation is they have to cross somewhere. And that place where they cross is the answer. If they don't ever cross, there's no solution. Does that make sense? Okay. So what are the 2 ways you've learned so far?
Graphing and substitution.
Graphing and substitution, right? And you guys remember substitution? Everybody? Yes?
Yeah.
So somebody's talking too much. Is it you guys? Okay, just calm down. So substitution, you guys all remember substitution?
Yep.
Do I need to remind you?
Substitute the stuff, like you brought the y down, or no, you brought the x, the y equals down into the y on the other problem, and then you did it and then stuff happened.
And then, I don't know, 3x plus 4y equals 12, right? I'm just making this up. Probably,
So then you gotta like,
I have to, what's the problem with that?
you got a minus 2, you got a minus 2.
It has to say y equals or x equals, right? Okay, so
So
Jackson,
you
what would I do?
minus 2x and put on the other side?
So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to redo it, right? Equals
So
4,
then
I'm going to
you-
subtract 2x,
So you got
y is equal to negative 2x plus 4.
Plus 4. And then you take then you take that and stick it into plug it into the y over there.
Right?
You get
Just the
3x.
y. That 4 has got to be in front of it, right?
And you get 3x plus 4 parentheses negative 2x plus 4 parentheses equals 12.
You got it. Then
And
you
you
solve
get
for
rid
x,
of
right?
Parentheses
And then you go back and plug that in to solve for y.
3x.
Okay, well, we don't have to keep going. I just want to make sure you remember the process, right? Because, not this part, not this part. This part, you don't have to, but make sure, where are your notes? That's not your notes. Where's your notebook?
What? I forgot it out.
All right, so make sure you're taking notes. Not on this, but you're about to. So this is, so guys, you are going to be graded on your notebooks now. I just want to warn you.
Wait, like, yeah,
Because
how do you do it? Do you like go on
what I'm going to do is at the end of the class, probably next week, I'm going to ask you to turn them in. And then it won't be on a Friday, because Friday we have it later. I like it earlier so that I have a chance to look at them for the morning, and then I'll turn it back to you at lunchtime.
Okay,
The
Okay.
entire notebook.
Does that make sense? So that way you have them for your homework,
The
okay?
entire notebook.
But it's real important. Yeah, the entire notebook. I need to see the entire notebook. I'm not grading just one day. I want to see the whole thing. So,
how do you grade it though? Like, what's
well, you'll see, okay? So for now, we've got solving linear systems by elimination. This is the 3rd method. And to me, this is an amazingly magical method. In fact, every year I have to rethink through why it works. And I haven't taken the time to do that this year, right? Because I've been outrageously busy. So I don't know why it works right now, which is kind of cool. I just know that it works, yes.
I lost my master binder that had all my math notes in it, but I have another one that I'm using instead, so I only have like 3 days.
Okay. Okay, well, let's talk about it afterwards. Okay? So let me show you, let me write down a problem. So let's say we have, I guess I should just carry this. So what if I had 2x plus 3y? This is where you start writing in your notes. This is the example. This is example number 1. And negative 2x plus 5y is equal to 13. All right. Now, if we were doing substitution, it would take us a while. Don't you agree with me? I'd have to, it wouldn't be terribly long, but it would be kind of, let's just see what, if I did substitution, let's just see what it would be like, okay? Just for a second. This is, you don't have to write this down. Just watch this for a second, okay? You know what substitution is. Let's say I wanted to, which one should I change?
Top one.
Top one? All right, let's say I have 2x plus 3y equals 11, right? And I had to, what was I going to solve for, x or y?
Why?
Y. So that means I'm going to subtract 2x, subtract 2x. That gives me 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 11. You guys agree with me? Yes? And then I've got to divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. You agree with me? So I've got y is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 11/3. Yes? All right, now look what I have to do. I have to plug this total mess into this. Now that's actually, in this case, we are kind of lucky because we're multiplying times 3. Let's say I was multiplying times, let's say,
That's the same problem that you just.
oh yeah, that's why I'm multiplying times 3. Good point. Right. We're going to put it in this one. Perfect. That's just what I wanted to see. Who wants to do that? That would be a nightmare. You're going to have this gigantic fraction, right? And then you'd have to use that little trick, right, eventually. It would take a while. I mean, it's totally doable. You can solve them all by substitution. You cannot solve them all by graphing. I mean, you know, some people may disagree with me, but I'm pretty convinced you can't. But you can solve them all by substitution. But that's just a little hard to me. You see why? It just looks kind of like a nightmare. So let's, instead of the nightmare, you're going to love this, guys. This is the most amazing thing. Do you notice anything about the two?
They both have a 2.
This has a 2x, and this has a negative 2x. You see that? They're not 2x and
They're
2x.
in a line.
There's positive 2x and negative 2x. What if I drew a line like this and I added the two equations together?
What?
What would happen to the x's?
They disappear.
They would disappear.
What? But that's a negative and a positive.
Right. I'm adding negative 2x to 2x. 2x plus negative 2x.
okay.
See what I mean? So basically, this crosses out. Look at that. So that all I have now is 8y equals 24. Oh my gosh! In one move, I'm almost at the answer for my y. Now what do? I divide by 8. Divide by 8, y is equal to 3. Now I just go back to either of my two equations.
What if it doesn't work out like that?
If I go back to my two original equations, I've got, let's do the first one, 2x plus 3. Instead of y, I'm going to put what y equals, right? I'm going to plug that in. So 3 times 3 equals 11. So I have 2x plus 9 equals 11. Subtract 9. 2x is equal to 2. Divide by 2. X is equal to 1.
But if it like that one it had 2x and negative 2x. You can't solve it if it doesn't have something like that.
I'm taking them one step at a time. We're going to do a few days of this, okay, to understand it. But you're very lucky because tonight's homework is only ones like this, where they're already set up for you.
That was a brain.
You hear me? And that means all you have to do is draw a line and add them, and you will have gotten rid of one of your variables. Does that make sense? There are ways to do it when they don't work that way. We're just going to do one at a time, one set at a time. And but does that make sense? It's pretty easy.
That was cool.
We took, and to me it's magic. It's like magic. It's like, you know, I don't know. I just think it's pretty amazing. Let's try another one. Can I erase this?
Gary, it's 11:36.
I have
Let's
2
do one
minutes.
more.
I have 2 minutes. All right, God,
Gary.
let's just see how fast we can do one.
No.
2. This is example number 2. I just did, okay, let's say, did
2
it
minutes.
just ring?
Yeah. It's okay. We still have 2 minutes. Go, Gary. Go.
It's 11:37.
Okay,
That clock.
so yeah. That's fine, we'll have to cancel.